he has the name of wolf, but it can also mean the name of Kurd. Remember, with this story, every time Hannah walks, it's a whoa story. Because that, just that, is a national disaster because CIA only knows the Turks as wolves. So India took the wolf thing, or tried to, and it became a whoa story. Because his mother is a cafe latte color. Beautiful, beautiful, but she's Northeast African. But I don't think it's Indian. The more I think about it, I think it was just the richer families of Northeast Africa and during Ottoman history. But today, if you look at this kid, he can pass for East Indian or Gypsy. Because I've only seen him 4 times. And his family was very, very wealthy. So they may have swallowed that. And then when we look at my best friend, Marilyn R, at that time, foreign sold it to foreign and gave my wings to my best friend. She doesn't know nothing of nothing. That's what she was told. That's what I was told. It's your best friend. We're making her Hannah. And I'm looking at them funny. Like, you don't even know anything. You're just arbitrarily putting things. But she's also East Indian, only knowing blacks. Then there's my friend, other friend, who's Sri Lankan from Montreal. These are long-term friends. The problem with her is she married into the wealthiest in Grenada, and they swallowed up that island. So I don't know if my friend is my friend anymore. They're just swallowing up. Well, last night, guess who spoke to me? It was Yasmin, and Yasmin was married to an Orthodox Jew who was also very wealthy. While Yasmin's husband was talking to me, but it might be someone who's also swallowed up. Yasmin's husband may be a double. We have to look at these things. Olivia, they're desperate now. Olivia is Armenian. Olivia was a young girl, died. We need to build a story for her. But instead, they found somebody else who knows Turkish. They're looking for people who know Turks with a little bit of written. And they want to make Olivia glorified so that they can change her to someone Indian. And I'm looking at these people funny. You have to comprehend. Now you're like just arbitrarily stealing. You just don't know how to stop. Then they made Kim give money to the Chinese, and the Chinese are licking her asshole. And I'm, again, like, Kim got my black stuff, and I'm looking, like, you don't even know copyright, you don't know the technical detail, you don't know nothing, or the lectures, you just, what are you doing? All of them. So, it's my understanding that they may have gone into Orthodox Jews and under the pretense of you're being trained by Mossad. But that's not training because the person's neck and shoulders were broken. That's an abuse. It's how abusive they are. And we don't know what's hitting them. But that's what they do. And they were famous in Turkey for doing that. You know, they're known to do that. But they're, you know, they have this thing where we give some stuff to you, you benefit off of it, and we take it back. But the title is still always not with you, or with John, or with Jane. We don't like how you're managing. You're too primitive, because you just injured possibly my cousin, my best friend, who's Sri Lankan, and, you know, she was married into black, who was kind of there's 2 types of blacks in the island, the whiter kinds that are more richer, or the blacks that are, some of them, you know, darker. So they rounded up Orthodox and they made them black. So they're rounding up people to make them secondary militaries or secondary thing to cover stuff. We don't want none of this covered. This is a project that belongs to me. It doesn't belong to my best friend Marilyn. She's not HOSH Hanna. Kim is not HOSH Hanna, as, you know, China licks her asshole. Certain things are just very abusive. All of you are way too abusive. And then it's so funny because I'm at the bank and I like to park my car right behind up their assholes just to let them know, you know, take your operation elsewhere, because like this Indian girl, like she's sitting in the back with a Mercedes, and what looks like Al Qaeda's driving her now. What she doesn't realize is Al Qaeda will always choose me over her any day because she is abusive to high hell in general. Now, I'm making a very general statement because Al Qaeda is Muslim and probably used by CIA many times to abuse people. Do you see how dirty it is? It's because they have a reproduction issue. So the Muslim brothers and sisters will have a clan ban. They will support Hanna because Hanna was celibate. So last night, as I'm talking to Yasmin's husband now, think about it, how messed up it is. It's probably not Yasmin's husband. As I'm talking to him, they're pretending I'm sleeping with men because the fact that I'm celibate, I can raise all the Islamic nation and friggin' attack them. We don't want to do that either. So they're trying to get me a boyfriend right away. It's like desperate. I'm celibate for a different reason. It has nothing to do with religion. It's for the safety of what's parked right next to me, which is the devil's army. It's a respect thing. It's to create a boundary. So you see all these people, it's a problem. These people are a problem. And we don't know how to resolve it. Other than I put signs and keep them in bay and say, don't cross over this line. But to the girl in the Mercedes who's Al Qaeda look-alike driving around, you stand out like a sore thumb. Because this is not your territory. It's the land of First Nation. And you're fraud, all of you, whoever you are, because she may not have done any fraud, is an overkill. Another entry.